Welcome friends, welcome to this shorter slow flow. It's only about 20 minutes long. I will record a slow flow similar to the one we're doing now, just an extended version for about an hour. This one is just a quick little refresher for you to reconnect and explore your breath, your mind, your body in a very mindful way. So we're going to get started, back of the mat in child's pose. Bringing the big toes together to touch, letting the knees come out wide. And then just walking the hands forward, letting the forehead come onto the ground. Letting the elbows be heavy. And just letting the entire body arrive on the mat. Letting yourself arrive physically. As you let the body rest on the mat, let your awareness draw to the mind, let yourself arrive mentally at the same time, observing the qualities of your body and your mind, and then become aware of the rhythm of your breath. Begin to tune into in and exhale. Noticing how paying attention to your breath affects the way you experience your body, the way it influences how you experience your mind. Letting yourself be fully here as you draw your awareness into in and exhale, as you draw your awareness into the present moment. Letting yourself fully arrive on your yoga mat. And taking a bit of a deeper breath in through the nose. Maybe open mouth, let it go. And on the next inhale, begin to ripple forward through the spine, coming into an all-fourth position. Bring the knees closer towards one another. And then on the exhale, begin to lower yourself all the way down towards the ground. Begin to bend your elbows. Keep the elbows hugging in as you lower yourself down. Press into the tops of the feet. Inhale, cobra pose. Lift the heart up. Exhale, push back over hands and knees. Child's pose. Let the hips come close to the heels. Joining breath and movement. Now inhale, ripple forward through the spine. Dome the back as you come forward. Exhale to lower yourself all the way down. Inhale, cobra, lift up. Exhale, push back over hands and knees. Let the hips be heavy, child's pose. 2 more times. Inhale to roll forward. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale, push back, child's pose. 1 more time. Inhale, roll forward through the spine. Exhale, deliver yourself towards the ground. Inhale, cobra pose. And this time, exhale, come back to all fours. Tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. Lift the hips up high. And then begin to walk the feet out. Press one heel down at a time. Spread the fingers wide. Let the hips lift up high. And continue to breathe. And as you walk the heels out, begin to walk the feet towards the front of the mat. Bring them about hip-width distance apart as you come into a rag dog, gripping opposite elbows. Keeping the knees bent generously as you just let yourself hang off the spine. Or let the spine hang off the hips. Releasing through the neck. Continuously breathing. And then letting go of your elbows as you slowly begin to roll up through the spine, 1 vertebra at a time. Keeping the shoulders heavy, the chin tucked into the chest. And then let the head come up last. On the next inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands recenter at the heart. Next inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold, reconnect the hands towards the floor. And take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands ground down, step the left foot back, you come into a lunge. Lower the left knee down towards the ground, low lunge, arms reach up towards the sky. Let the right knee arrive over the right ankle as the fingertips travel towards the ceiling. And then keep the left arm up towards the sky as the right hand comes towards your hips, And then begin to bend over towards the right side. Reach for the left fingertips, or even to the left outer side. And then begin to reach the left arm towards the top right corner of your mat. Begin to round through the upper back. Take one more breath in. On the exhale, circle the left hand down and towards the left hip. On the next inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, circle the right arm forward and down, round through the upper back. Bring the right hand back towards the right hip. Inhale, left arm reaches up and over. Exhale to round through the upper back. Circle the arm around, bring it back towards the left hip. A couple more times. Inhale, right arm reaches up and over. Exhale to round the upper back. Right hand towards the right hip. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale to reach forward and down. One more time. Inhale, right arm reaches. Exhale to round for the upper back. Right hand comes down. Last time, left side. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, bring the left hand down towards the ground. Frame the front foot with both hands. And then on the exhale, pull the hips back, come into a half split. You maybe have to move the left knee back slightly so the hips can stay over the left knee. And then flex the right toes back towards your heart. And we continue to move here as well. You can stay here if you want to or join me. On the inhale, you rebend the right knee, let the hips sink forward. On the exhale, pull the hips back in space, flex the right toes. A couple more times. Inhale to come forward, let the heart pull through the arms. Exhale, pull the hips back, straighten the front leg. A couple more times. Joining your own breath with your movement. Inhale to bend the knee. Exhale to pull the hips back. So one more time. And then the next time you rebend the right knee, ground down through both hands and slide the right foot all the way back. And then kickstand the left toes to the left outer side of your mat, coming into modified side plank. Right foot steps all the way to the back of the mat. Right arm reaches up. And then we do something similar than we did in the low lunge. On the inhale, reach the right arm towards the front of the mat. Exhale, bring the right hand down, bring the right knee down, left next to the left, and we're changing side. So kickstand the right foot, left foot steps back, side plank on the right side, reach the left arm up. And on the inhale, reach the left arm forward. Exhale, circle it back down towards the ground, change sides. And we do that a bit quicker, joining with the breath. Inhale, right arm reaches up and forward. Exhale, circle it down, right knee comes down, left arm reaches up. Exhale, left hand comes down, swap sides, left knee down, right arm up. Really reach for the right side as the fingers reach towards the front of the mat, and then circle it back down, change sides. Left arm reaches up and over. One more time each side. Left knee down, right arm up. Right arm down, left arm reaches up. Last time. Inhale, reach the left arm forward. Then on the exhale, bring both hands back down, both knees come down. Press into the left hand. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, thread the needle. Bring the right hand down towards the left side of your mat. As you let the right side of the head come down. Right shoulder snuggles onto the mat, keeping the hips over your knees. And then you can decide what you want to do with the left arm. If you want to walk the fingertips forward, and you stay kind of with the theme of elongating the left outer side of your rib cage. or if you want a half bind. We'll have our little preferences. I stay with walking the fingertips towards the front of the mat. And then I continue to breathe. I hope you're joining me for the breaths. Take one more full round of breath. And then bringing the left hand back underneath the left shoulder. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, both hands come down, Anahatasana. Keep the hips over the knees as the hands walk forward, and then melt the chest towards the ground. Letting the forehead come down. Breathing into the back of the heart. Anahata is the heart chakra, so the heart center. That's where this pose gets its name from, Anahatasana. So see if you can direct your breath and your awareness into that space. And not just into the front of the heart. Oftentimes forget that we got a backside as well. Breathing into the back of the heart, a space in between the shoulders and the mid-back. On the next inhale, let yourself round forward, forearms come down, come into a swings pose. Lower the hips down towards the ground. Let the elbows be underneath the shoulders, and then pull the heart forward. Let the elbows pull energetically back towards your hips. So there's this pulling together of the shoulder blades, the pulling forward of the heart. Take one more breath in. And on the exhale, come all the way down onto your stomach. Bring the left arm out towards the side. Come into the right fingers, bend the right knee and twist towards the left, stepping the right foot behind the left leg. Letting the side of the head come down onto the ground. Breathing into the left shoulder. We're just going to change side. On the next inhale, roll back through center. Right arm goes straight out towards the side, tips of the left fingers, bending the left knee as you step the left foot behind the right. And you can decide how deep you want to twist by using the left fingers as a leverage to press into the floor more or less. Whatever do you decide to do in terms of intensity, continue to breathe. Next inhale, come back through center. Bring the hands underneath your elbows, press back over hands and knees, and come all the way to the back, sit back onto your heels. And then bring the fingertips behind you as you lean back onto the tops of the feet, and we lift the knees off the ground, stretching out the tops of the feet, the ankles. If this is too intense, you can always keep the knees down. Just bring the fingertips onto the ground and then lift the heart up. Feeling the shoulder blades slide together. You can also do a mix of the two. Take one more breath in. And on the exhale, come back, walk the hands forward, downward facing dog. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips up high. And we're just taking a couple rounds of breath here. This time we are in our downward facing dog in stillness. Spreading the fingers wide. Continue to lift the hips out of the wrist, growing longer through the side body. And even in these more static poses, the breath is continuously flowing. It's that movement that we never stop doing. So we're continuously doing something, if we want it or not, if we're conscious or not. Next inhale, lift up high into the toes, walk the feet towards the front, and come into a halfway lift. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold over your legs. And then press into the feet, rise all the way up to stand, arms reach up, inhale. Exhale, hands recenter at the heart. And we begin again, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Take an inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, hands ground down, right foot steps back, low lunge, lower the right knee down. Keep the left knee over the left ankle as your arms reach up towards the sky. And grow taller through the fingertips. Take one more breath in. On the exhale, left hand comes towards the left hip. Reach the right fingertips over towards the left side. Take a deep breath into the right outer ribs. And then begin to round through the upper back, reaching the right fingertips towards the top left corner of your mat. Take one more breath in. Exhale, circle the right hand down and across towards the right hip. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Round through the upper back. Exhale, reach the left arm forward and across, back towards the left hip. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale to round. Inhale, left arm reaches. Exhale to round. Inhale, right arm reaches. Exhale to round. Inhale, left. Inhale, right. One more time each side. Inhale, left arm reaches up. And then the right arm comes up. Reach it over towards the left. On the exhale, bring the right hand down, bring the left fingertips down, frame the front foot. Come into a half split, straightening the left leg. You can decide if you want to stay here static, just pulling the hip back, flexing the left toes, or move with the breath. Inhale to come forward, rebend the left knee. Exhale to pull the hips back, straighten the left leg. You just tune into your breath, your movement. Noticing if the hamstrings begin to open up every time you pull the hips back, just being mindful about the sensations. Taking one more full round. And then next time you rebend the left leg, ground down through the palms as you step the left foot all the way back, kickstand the left leg, the right leg. Inhale, left arm reaches up, modified side plank. Really ground down through the left leg as the left arm reaches towards the front of the mat. Stretch out through the left outer ribs, entire left outer side. Take one more breath in. Exhale, both hands down towards the ground, both knees down, change side, right foot steps back, right arm reaches up, modified side plank. Reach towards the front of the mat. Exhale, both hands, knees come down, swap sides. Inhale, left arm reaches up and towards the front. Exhale to bring both hands down, swap sides, right arm reaches up. Big circle around, right knee down, left arm up, left knee down, right arm up, right knee down, left arm up, one last time each side, last side, left knee down, right arm up, and exhale, both hands and knees come down towards the ground, all fourth position, and reach the left arm up, open twist. Exhale, thread the needle, left hand reaches over towards the right, lower the left shoulder down, left side of the head comes down. Keep the hips over the knees as you keep the right fingertips where they are, or half bind or walk them towards the front. It's really up to you. Either way, continue to breathe. Deciding how deep you want to go into the twist. And slide the right hand back underneath the right shoulder. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, both hands come down towards the ground. Walk the hands forward. Anahatasana, round 2. Hips stay over the knees as the heart lowers down towards the ground. Relaxing the forehead down. Breathing into the shoulders as you reach the fingers away from your hips. Here for another full round of breath. And then as you shift your weight forward, bring the forearms parallel towards one another. Swings pose, lower the hips down towards the ground. You can decide if you want to stay in swings or if you want to bring the feet a little bit wider, coming into seal pose, pressing into the hands, lifting the elbows up. Letting the heart pull forward through your arms. Continue to breathe. And then lower yourself back down. We repeat the shoulder stretch, bring the left arm out to the side. This time maybe you cactus bend the left elbow, bend the right knee, and then step the right foot behind. Cactus bending the elbow is a lot more intense, so if you feel like it's too much for your shoulder, you can always straighten the left arm. And next inhale, come back through center, changing sides, right arm out, either 90-degree cactus bend or straight, and stepping the left foot behind the right leg. Take one more full round of breath. And then inhale, come back to center. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, press back over hands and knees, come to the back of the mat. Sit onto your heels. One more time, we repeat the ankle stretch, shifting your weight back, lifting the knees up. And then leaning your weight back forward. Come into hands and knees, slide the toes under. Come into Malasana squat at the back of the mat. Letting the heels come down. Keep bringing the upper arms onto your knees. And then we lower the hips all the way down towards the ground. And then we going to straighten the legs out towards the side, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. From here, bring the fingertips in front of you. Begin to walk them forward, fold in between your legs. If this is not accessible, bring the fingertips behind you and lift the heart up, sitting up straight. And then any amount folding inside these two legs, releasing the back of the head. Letting the head be heavy, breathing into the back of the heart. And then walk the fingertips back in. Bring the feet together. Soles of the feet to touch. Supta Baddha Konasana, knees out wide as you fold forward over your legs. Come into fingertips. And just let the knees be heavy. Just taking a brief moment here. And slowly come back up. Scoop your way forward, come into the center of the mat. We're going to lie back onto our backs, coming into shavasana, maybe squeezing the knees into the chest to give yourself a final big hug. Knee to nose. And then slowly letting the legs travel down the mat, bring them to the outer edges, opening up through the palms, letting the entire body surrender into this final posture. Observing the qualities of the mind, qualities of your body, quality of your breath. I encourage you to stay here for maybe another 2 or 3 minutes. Thank you for practicing with me. See you guys soon. Thank you. Namaste.